Are we gonna do Final Reckoning or Dead Reckoning? It's Final Reckoning.
Sure. Let's look it up real quick. That's how good the movie was. Dead Reckoning?
What's the character's name in Mission Impossible? Not Tom Cruise. Ethan Hunt. Yeah.
Ethan Hunt. Dead Reckoning. The Final Reckoning.
The Final Reckoning.
Yes. Apparently it's a final reckoning. Do you know what reckoning means?
Nope. Do you?
It's like a comeuppance. The final straw to hit. You'll get your reckoning soon enough, like comeuppance. But we saw this film, and I really liked it. What'd you think?
I was enjoyable. I really liked it. Yes.
Yes, it was the reviews that we've seen or heard previous to this. They were pretty spot on. It's 2 hours and 51 minutes. That's a long time. But it once it got going, it
really make the time pass by.
It hit its stride.
Yes.
It was a little slow around the 45 minute mark.
For sure. Probably from like the very beginning to 40 minutes. It was it was really.
That's a large
long
portion of the film, dude.
But it was. Probably. Yeah.
I wouldn't be that
30 minutes. Okay, I'll say 30 minutes.
I'll say 30 again, 30 to 50 the 30 to 50 minute mark. It was a little slow, and I even dozed off for a second when that blonde lady from the soccer show was the main character. I forget her name, but Hannah, what's your face?
I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one. Oh my goodness, they could have trimmed that out. I would have like, okay, we can skip forward to it. But the action sequences were great. I would put it on par with the previous Mission Impossible film. What did you think about the stunts and the action sequences?
As usual, it's all very most of it is very real.
Yeah, it was pretty
like
awesome.
that plane sequence,
Yeah.
very real, very dangerous stuff, but
And
very cool.
By very real, you mean minimal to no CGI.
Yes.
That's what was. So
I can't say for certain they were that high in the air, actually.
Supposedly they were. Supposedly they were. Tom
don't know.
Tom Cruise is a legit pilot. Flew, even though in Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, he flew the planes in that, even though they edited out the guy behind him who was doing some stuff. Yeah, but
Some of those scenes look CGI, but most of it he did. Most of it he did.
how would you do you think the pacing of Final Reckoning was good, or could it have been better?
I liked it how it was. I was very entertained.
Yeah. Do you think that really was the final reckoning, or there'll be another one?
There's probably going to be another one, realistically.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they'll be as crass to call like the final reckoning part 3.
Yeah.
This time we're for real. I think it's going to be more like,
Like something new.
yeah, like a new, younger, kind of like
Rebirth.
Rebirth, yes. Kind of like James Bond. James Bond is a character, and the reason why you don't really get James Bond is not of your era, is he?
I have his record in my room, but
Yeah.
no.
But that he means the Goldfinger LP.
Very good.
That's great. That's a great soundtrack. But back in the day, like back in the 60s and 70s, James Bond was it. But back then, I mean, James Bond was the only spy game in town. Now there are many others.
Mm-hmm.
But you've seen some James Bond films, haven't you? How would you rank them next to Mission Impossible? Side conversation.
They're very close, but obviously Mission Impossible is going to be a lot more stunt-based.
Numbers. Which do you think is better for this generation? I mean, I'm talking like kids your generation
Mission
or people
Impossible.
nowadays. Why? Why do you think that's so?
It like intrigues you more. It drags you in.
Yeah.
With James Bond, it's you gotta you gotta really understand what's going on. It's like talking and then action and then talking. If you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yes. So and it's not that James Brown is more than James Brown. He's a soul singer. We've got his album up here. It's not that James Bond is more of an intellectual thought piece. It's just not as action based. It's got more of a pedigree and British sensibilities, whereas Mission Impossible is just entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, isn't it? Hey, time for the big reveal. I would go 8 Daddy Mojo stars for Mission Impossible Final Reckoning or Dead Reckoning Part 2, whatever you want to call it. What about you?
Sure. I have a very, very high rating, darn high rating, of 9 out of 10 Daddy Mojo stars.
That's crazy.
Very high. With that one minus star being because of the slow part. But other than that, very high.
That's
very
the part
high.
where I fell asleep. which I find kind of ironic because that lady was also in the movie that I saw that recently didn't like, and I'm not saying that she's the common variable now between movies I don't like, but that's just a happy coincidence, isn't it? What do you want to see next? What are you looking forward to seeing?
Fantastic Four,
Okay.
Ballerina.
Ballerina.
There's something else I forgot.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh yeah, the new Predator movie.
What is it? I think it comes out in the fall, doesn't
Badlands,
it?
yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Cool!
Yeah. Daddy Mojo out.
Ah.
We never out.
We didn't have it out. There's the out right there. Okay.